Now, let's talk more about Iraq. Here's Marshall with that.
We can find some hostile weather over in Iraq, to be sure. You may be thinking temperatures have been uncomfortable recently where you are, like in the 90s or even 100 degrees or so. But joining me right now from Fallujah, Iraq, is Lieutenant Ryan Gore. He's a meteorologist serving with the infantry U.S. Army, where temperatures have been hitting around 120 degrees lately. Ryan, thanks for joining us this morning. All right, it's 8:30. Good morning. 8:30 in the Eastern Time Zone here. 4:30 in the afternoon where you are. What's the current temperature there, Ryan?
I think we're at a close to 110, 115 today. Plenty warm.
Wow. Yeah, I guess it's warm. When, on average, when do you hit the hottest time of the year?
I would say probably about now. We had a few days in June, it was in the 120 range, but we've had a few more here in August. They really redefine what a hot day is.
Yeah, they sure have. Now, is June then the hottest you've gotten so far this summer?
No, I don't think. We've had a few hotter days here in August. There was some hot days in June, and then it almost seemed to cool down a bit, but it's gotten hotter once again.
Do you recall by chance what the hottest temperature or around the hottest temperature you have had in Fallujah?
We have, what I do, I run the heavy mortar platoon here, and we get a meteorological message every 3 hours, and that always has a surface temperature on it. A few days ago we had one that was in the mid-120s, I think it was 126. That's the hottest that I've seen so far.
Wow.
The saving grace is that it's very dry here.
Yeah, indeed. Now, you've got to wear some pretty heavy equipment and clothing at times. Is it specially designed for that heat?
I wouldn't say that. I'd say it's designed to stop fragments and projectiles and things. When it's against your body, though, it kind of negates the dryness of the air because you don't really get that evaporation effect, and it gets pretty warm, but we drink a lot of water. And
yeah. Now, there's some pretty gusty winds, you understand, over there right now. The winds have been anywhere 20 to 30 miles per hour. Now, we've seen and heard about the sandstorms there, too. What time of year are they more prevalent?
I've seen a lot. They were in the springtime a lot more than they have been lately. But I will say that the wind blows hard here nearly every day. I think I can count the days on one hand when it wasn't like a 15-knot wind, at least, gusts to 20. And there'll be small, I won't say dust storms, but you'll have a lot of dust in the air. Dust gets into everything. It's particularly hard on electronic equipment and weapons, and we have to clean them at least every day.
Yeah, that must have an effect, too, on some of the operations that you're involved in, I would think.
Indeed. Oftentimes, aircraft operations, obviously, but even convoys and things, when there's a lot of dust, visibility decreases, and that's just not what you really want when you're conducting operations. Over. We do them every day.
All right. Thank you. That was Lieutenant Ryan Gore, meteorologist with our U.S. Army.